this and palpate, right, I'm right on the joint line. I can go there straight away, just because I know that's where the joint line is. All right, knee joint. I know I can go straight to the knee joint. I'm right there, that's the knee joint. So why the hell would I need to landmark? Why would I need to know how to get there using bony landmarks and stuff? Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. If it's swollen, do you think they're going to tolerate you? Oh, that's right on the joint line. There's no way they're going to tolerate that. So you have to be able to navigate so that if I said to my patient, how does that feel there? So that's really, really sore. Now because it's swollen, I can't feel the contour and the bony parts that are the joint line. So I've no way of knowing accurately that that's the joint line. However, if I find tibial tuberosity, head of fibula, come up half an inch, come up a full inch, go medially and say, how's that? Oh, you're right on the money there. I can then categorically state, on palpation, pain on the anterior joint line. Do you understand why we need to be able to navigate to the joint lines then? Alright, so we used head of fibula and tibial tuberosity for the knee, didn't we? The handout you got for this course that you're using for this week, you got one exactly the same. Yeah. Or similar, sorry, not exactly the same because it was lower limb, but you got one for the lower limb as well. Well, it gives you the landmarks and the distances for identifying these joint lines. The ankle, oh, sorry, the malleoli, they're at different levels, aren't they? The lateral is lower, the medial is higher. So if we come up half an inch from the medial and an inch from the lateral, I know that that is the joint line. I can feel the bottom end of the tibia and I can feel the talar dome moving. Yeah? But when I did that, no, that's too sore, I don't want you touching there. So let's landmark our way there. Half an inch up, come across. How does that feel? Oh, you're right on the money. That's right where it is. Pain on palpation, anterior joint line. Do you see how you can make that statement now? The hip, what three bony points did we use in which soft tissue structure? Symphysis pubis, greater trochanter, anterior superior iliac spine. And what soft tissue structure? It unites two of those bony points. The ligament, yeah. Can you find symphysis pubis for me, please? There we go. You okay if I just put hands on? Yeah. There. Right, so there's anterior superior iliac spine. There's symphysis pubis. We halfway mark it right there. We then find greater trochanter and we come straight across. So what we have is a point, halfway point of the ligament. We have a horizontal line. We drop straight down vertically from the point to the horizontal line. And I can feel that ball and socket joint moving underneath my finger. Okay? Yeah? So there's how we navigate for the lower limb. I think the upper limb is much easier. You'll be pleased to hear. The only downside to it is when we do the shoulder, you learn it from front and back, so you can palpate the anterior joint line. And if there isn't too much meat on the shoulder, then you can palpate the posterior joint line as well. Alright, come and stand up with you and I'll show you how to do it. We'll do the wrist first because it's dead easy. Alright. What we've got is two styloid processes. Alright, so here's how we do it. Fingertip, end of finger at the styloid processes. Now, it's an arch this way, okay? It's an arch up this way, yes? Now, there is the track that the joint line takes. So once you've found the styloid processes, link them with the ends of the fingers, and then it's an arch that away, okay? You happy with that? All right. Now, elbow. You can see the elbow crease here, can't you? Let's find the styloid processes. Let's link the two, and if we drop, look, there's a straight line linking the two styloid processes, and if we drop 2 centimetres, well, we're right on the crease there, that is the wrist, the elbow joint line. You happy with that? So it's styloid processes. It's a kind of diagonal line, because the medial is lower than the lateral. and we just drop 2 centimetres. Okay, so it's 2 centimetres distal from the epicondyles of the humerus. Okay, and that's the wrist joint line. Alright, let's have a look at the shoulder then, and we'll palpate the anterior joint line. We use the coracoid process. So if we find the lateral end of the clavicle, there's the coracoid process. Now my finger's right on the front of the coracoid process, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it's right underneath my finger. Well, that lateral edge of my finger is the joint line, the anterior joint line. So can you just rotate? I can feel that moving. Do you rotate? There. I can feel the joint line underneath my finger. Alright? Okay, turn and face away.
So is that the joint line in the glenohumeral joint?
That's the glenohumeral joint line, anterior. That's the anterior glenohumeral joint line. And it's coracoid process, finger on the front, the lateral edge of your finger indicates the anterior joint line of the shoulder joint. Okay? Right, posterior, we find the acromion process. We come straight back and I can feel spine of scapula. And we drop in underneath. Can you do that rotation again? And I can feel it moving under my finger. Now, even with Jodie here, there's still a bit of meat on the shoulder and it's hard to get through. Okay? Are you happy with that? Wrist, elbow, shoulder. Anterior and posterior of the shoulder. Have a go at finding them, folks.